time to duke it out right here on this field, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will put total weather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fitzgerald. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. It's complete to the right. Makes a grab and he's dragged down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Talking to this coaching staff, they felt they had matchups in the passing game that they could win, and they wanted to test this defense and see if they could take the top off. When you saw it right there, opening drive of the game, they're being aggressive, they're taking a shot, and they come up with a big one. And trust me, fellas, they're going to keep taking those shots because they've got some dudes outside.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Bennett. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Green. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, you can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the Hokies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. And the D deny them on, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. Gets set, 1st down. To the ground with the back. Got room at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Fast motion from the offense. Give to the running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Richardson. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground. on second down. Brown wants to pass. He fires one deep over the middle. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 7, UCF 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on second and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he could do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll immediately call timeout. This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Feeling some heat. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Hokies will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stokes. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping, put it out in front of me, I'm getting this first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Going over the top. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver, in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. Using his feet. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they get the sack, but they knew it was a pass. You go nickel, you're bringing more speed on the field, more DBs. You let the pass rush eat. Everybody communicates, right? Like you understand by formation, by tendency, they're throwing the football. Nice job by the defense understanding what the offense was trying.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Looking to buy time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Quarterback checking off. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And here's the third interception of the night.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top on first down. Gonna let it fly. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Long incompletions are okay. You got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Virginia Tech 7, UCF 0.
And the Hokies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance.
Oh, they make it free. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls through.
Looking for a crease. It's Gage. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Knights in the hurry up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Stokes. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're bringing heat, fighting off the defender. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Brown will throw it. Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Got like that big, reliable security play. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick completion on the out route. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
The Knights will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looks as if he's going to run it. Finds a little space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Hokies will move the sticks. First down to start the drive after the break. Here's the handoff.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Marshall looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Thundering Herd. Offense, defense, and special teams all doing its part. Heck of a showing. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Going for it all. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Brown will throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, UCF! What a grab and go for the score.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Ready to try the point after. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. The sure hands, it's Bennett.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. The give to the back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. This is a designed run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. Snap it to the back. Tackled after picking up the first down.
4th and inches, just trusting your offensive line. They're able to get just enough movement at the point of attack to keep this drive going.
And the Hokies will have it 1st and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
All tied up, under a minute to play. Defense in press coverage. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He throws into the middle of the field. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get it started here in overtime. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting the floor. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut them out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Trying to run, it's Gage. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. A touchdown ends the game here in overtime. It's first and goal. Brown wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He wants it all. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these